Good morning, how's everybody today? What a cracking day. Bit blustery and a bit windy, but it's a cracking day. So let's talk about today's subject. 10 of the most powerful ways to stop worrying and start living. So Plato knew that the body and mind are intimately linked. And in the late 1800s, the Mayo brothers, famous physicians, estimated that over half of all hospital beds filled with people suffering from frustration, anxiety, worry, despair. Causes of worry are everywhere in our relationships and our jobs. So it's key we find ways to take charge of our stress. Morning, Louise. Here's a brilliant book for you. In this classic book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, Dale Carnegie offers tools to ditch excessive worrying that help you make a worry-free environment for your private and professional life. Morning, Janet. Morning, Andrea. So here's 10 top tips, or part one of the 10 top tips, because I'm not going to go through them all today, to grab worry by the horns and wrestle it to the ground. Morning, Louise. Morning, Anne. Morning, Alana. Morning, Nigel. So make your decision and never look back. This is key. Have you ever made a decision in your life only to second guess it afterwards? Of course you have. I have as well. It's hard not to wonder whether you've done the right thing and whether there might have still been time to take another path. I often tell people when they come to sell their house, they're never, oh, will I sell, will I no sell, will I sell, will I get into buy to let, will I no get into buy to let? And I always say to them, the time is always now. And the decision is the right decision at this point in time. But keep this in mind, you've already made your decision, so act decisively on it and dismiss all your anxiety about it. Don't stop to hesitate, to reconsider or retrace your steps. Once you've chosen that course of action, stick to it and never waver. That's the most important point. Good day, Stevie. Morning, Anne-Marie. Morning, Karen. So, number 2 is live for today. Package things up in a Daytight compartments. Oh, this is a brilliant one. I've, gone through this time and time again, I've read this one. So Daytight compartments, package everything up in that. You know the feeling, tossing and turning and worrying over something that happened or something that might happen well into the wee hours of the morning, and you can't sleep as a result of it. To avoid this pointless worrying, you need Daytight compartments. Much as a ship has different compartments and watertight compartments, your own Daytight ones are the way to limit your attention to the present day. The rule's simple. Whatever happened in the past might happen in the future, must not intrude though upon today. Everything else has to wait its turn for tomorrow's box and stay stuck in the past. So number 3, embrace the worst case scenario. Strategize and offset it. If you're worried about something, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? We spoke about this yesterday. Could you lose your job? Be jailed? That's a bit harsh. We were talking to get killed. Whatever the worst might be, it's probably not so world ending. Now remember that, whatever the worst might be, it's probably not so world ending. You could probably even bounce back from it. If, for example, you lose your job, you could always find another. Once you accept the worst case scenario and get thinking about our contingency plans, you feel a lot calmer about it. So put a lid on your worrying. Sometimes we stress endlessly about negative experiences, when just walking away from them would serve us even far better. And I'll say that again. Sometimes we stress endlessly about negative experiences, when just walking away from them will even make us feel better. Morning, Joanna. To make squashing that worry easier, try this strategy. Straight from the stock traders, it's called stop loss order. Warren Buffett uses this all the time, one of the richest men in the world. So when they're trading stocks on the stock market, it's called a stop loss order, where shares are bought at a certain price and then their price development is observed. If things go badly, the share hits a price at a certain point, they're immediately sold off. This stop loss stops them from incurring further losses. So they get out with their shirt on their back still. In the same manner, you can put a stop loss order on things that cause you stress and grief. There comes a point where you just say, I've had enough. I'm going, I'm off. I've put an end to it. And the final one for today is fake it till you make it. Happiness, that is. We can't directly influence how we feel, but we can nudge ourselves to change through how we act and how we think. If you're feeling sad or low, slap a big grin on your face. And whistle or chirp or tune. You'll find it impossible to be blue when you're acting cheerful. And it's classic. Smile. If you're ever feeling down, smile. Force yourself to smile. It takes 22 muscles in your face to frown. It takes 8 to smile. It's harder to be sad than it is to be happy. Work that one out. You find it impossible to be blue when you're acting cheerful, but don't necessarily need to act overly happily, so you don't need to get carried away. This isn't Walter Mitty or rose-tinted glasses. You can simply think happier thoughts instead. Marcus Aurelius summed it up aptly. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Our life is what our thoughts make it. As we think, so we become. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.